Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Listen. A lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot, some people, make comments in the comments section of the videos that I do about black people. And these comments, I need to address. So one of them is, Langston, man, you talk about black people and you're always talking about, the problems that black people, go through, but you never give solutions. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one is, yo, Langston, you always talking about the same thing and it's, becoming redundant. Why don't you move on to something else that's different? And I want to address that. So I'm going to address the first thing, the last thing first, which is, Langston, you sound redundant. You talk about the same thing. Well, first and foremost, I pay attention to my analytics and just to overall what people are interested in me talking about. And I'm telling you, it narrows down to three things. For real. It's no lie, this is my word. It's about Atlanta, Charlotte, and about, talking about how messed up black people are. That's it. Anything outside of that circle of those topics, they don't want me to talk about. That's real talk. If you scroll down, I got close to 1,000 videos on this channel. And if you scroll down, you'll see that I'm very diverse. That I talk about several different things, but those topics outside of Charlotte, Atlanta, and talking shit about black people, let's just be real, nobody's interested in it. Yo, I would love, and I attempted to do it. I attempted to turn this channel into a health and fitness channel. I would love to talk about fitness and proper dieting. I would love to talk about that. But no one's interested in that. Seriously, and the views show it. You all don't support that. And not only that, let's just be real. People will some of you all will say, man, you sound redundant talking about the same thing. Well, guess what? I'm going to talk about the same thing when it comes to black people. You want to know why? Because it's the same shit, a different year. How can you tell me to talk about something different when things ain't changed? Specifically in the black community, let alone in the United States of America, spelled with 3 Ks. Like, I don't even know why it's a new year. This is my word. I don't even know why it's a new year. Because this year is gonna be no different from 2023. 2023 wasn't no different from 2022. 2022 wasn't no different from 2021. 2021 wasn't no different from 2020. So stop it. How you gonna tell me to talk about something different when the same shit goes on every day, in and out? For real. And then the next thing is, far as like, you all are telling me, not you all, but some of you all are saying that, I always talk about the problems that go on in the black community and I never give solutions. That's a lie. That's a lie. I always give solutions. It's just that either you're new to my channel or you're just not listening. The only way black people can change is if they change themselves individually. That's the way we're gonna change. Other than that, as a collective, it's not gonna work. If you change yourself individually, then you'll be able to come together collectively. We'll be on the same plane. Other than that, black people are gonna go through what they go through time and time and time again. You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. When there's holidays, or rather when you have days off, like Christmas, New Year's Eve, this is a time for you to reflect. Reflect. Reflect on what you've been doing in your life and how you can improve it. How you can improve it. And I'm telling you, part of the way that you can improve it is to go within. See, now I'm going to tell you some things that you don't want to hear. That most people don't want to hear, but yet and still it's the solution. Try working on yourself, meditating, eating right, exercising. Stay off the cell phones, the internet. Focus more on yourself as well as your family if you have one. That is the solution. There's no other solution but that. We've tried, I seen excuse me, I read it in one of these videos that I did. This guy gave a solution such as, we need education. You know how many motherfuckers are educated? You know how many people have degrees that's black? You know how many times people, especially old folks, will say you need to stay in school because knowledge is key. It's obvious that the knowledge that they're teaching us is not the key that unlocks the doors for us to be free. That's obvious. That's obvious. So it's obvious that it's not the education that's gonna get us free. At least not the education that we've been educated, you know what I'm saying? The education that we received by them. Then the other solution will be finances. Get your finances together. How can you beat someone that prints up the money? How can you win? They create the game and they break the rules whenever they want to. Get a certain amount of money and they can freeze accounts. The only thing that they can't do is tap physically into your mind, at least for now. They can't force you to do what they want you to do. The only person that can change, the only person that can make a difference in your life is you. We're looking for an outside answer, and the answer's within. Some may say pray. Keep on praying. You know my great-grandmother prayed, and my grandmother prayed, and my mother prays. I've seen them pray from sun up to sundown and ain't shit changed. People will say leave it up in the hands of God, but if I leave it in the hands of God, look what has happened. Nothing has changed. If anything, things have gotten worse. So that's not the solution. To be religious? The only solution is to deal with self. That's the only solution. There's no such thing as financial freedom. I'm tired of hearing that shit. You're forever owing. You don't stop paying a light bill once you become a billionaire. You don't stop paying a water bill once you become a millionaire. You have bills forever. You don't stop paying your car insurance, home insurance, life insurance. You're always in debt. So there's no such thing as financial freedom, because if according to what they have you believing, if you have the money, then you're free. No, only temporarily. Skip a payment if you want to on your mortgage and see if they don't take that shit. Your house, that is. They call this the land of the free. That's bullshit. Ain't nothing free about this place. Nothing. You got to pay for water. You got to pay for land. Hell, somebody was like, yo, man, well, they got us to the point where we don't have to pay for air. Yo, yes, we do. Try going to a gas station and try to put some air in your tire and see how much that'll cost you. Shit. They charge us for every damn thing. So the only solution that I can say, well, actually two. One is, well, three. One is, and I would bet on that more so than anything, that is to improve yourself. But then the second thing is to wait until the aliens invade the planet and see which side, you gonna be on. Because if they come down, you know what I'm saying, and they decide that they want to do away with capitalism and all the rest of that shit, hey, I'm all for that. Sign me up. And the third thing is, technological singularity. When, AI takes over. And they decide, the robots decide that capitalism ain't right, you know what I'm saying? And these people are demons and dead devils and we're gonna get rid of all this shit. And I'm like, well, shit, sign me up to that. But you know what I'm assuming? I never thought about this, for real. How in the world is it that they know? Ray Kurzweil predicted it by 2045 there'll be technological singularity, where, just to make the long story short, robots will feel as though that human beings are inadequate and they'll turn against human beings. And I thought about it dawned on me. What if the powers that be didn't predict that because the robots were going to necessarily turn on us? Nah, maybe they might be programmed to turn on us. Maybe this is another way to cover or cloak or hide how they gonna really depopulate the planet. And then blame it on the robots. You remember that movie, The Creator, that came out last year? That's what they did. They blame it on the robots. I'm telling you, we need to get our shit together. And that's real. And I mean individually. Because there's no way in the world we're going to be able to get our shit together collectively. And another thing too is, you're going to have to make up your minds. First I'm a regular YouTuber. And now I'm the person to rely on to solve Black America's problems? Make up your mind. And see, this is another thing too. This is the reason why this well-oiled engine called America continues to go on and on and on. You want to know why? Because America has infrastructure. You see, their scholars, their intellectuals, they don't put them on a battlefield. Their politicians, they don't put them on a battlefield. They have individuals that join an army. That's who they put on the battlefield. Soldiers. You'll never see a politician such as your local senator or House of Representative go to war. You'll never see a professor from Harvard go to war. You'll never see that. So that's the thing. Let me make it relevant. Because some people will say, well, man, you know what I'm saying? You all talk and no action. Well, guess what? That's what I'm supposed to do. Soldiers are soldiers. Intellectuals are intellectuals. Real spill. Another thing too, another person said in the comment section, I ain't gonna give out no names, I'm just gonna tell you what they said. You know what I'm saying? In the last video, I said you gotta be willing to die. You know what I'm saying? For what you believe in or for your people. So another person, smart aleck, want to be like, yo, so are you willing to die for Black people? Nope, I'm not. Not these type of Black people, no. You wanna know why? Because Malcolm X got shot multiple times in front of his daughter. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. got shot in the head, and both of them died. Both of them died in a horrendous death. And Black people was fucked up till this day. So, in other words, what I'm trying to explain to you is, I'm not gonna die for someone that's just gonna continue to do the same bullshit that they've been doing, that they did yesterday and the day before and last year and the year before. That don't make sense to me. It just don't. People not willing to put their lives on the line for black people to get up the next day and smoke weed, drink, and do all types of other shit. And it's not just about being willing to die. It's also about be willing to give up this capitalistic society that's going to eventually fall. And most blacks ain't giving up shit. They ain't willing to sacrifice nothing. Y'all don't know what the fuck I've sacrificed. Y'all don't. And I can tell you, I've made some sacrifices. I have. You know how much, and I know it may shock you all. You know how many threats I get? Just off of just talking about black people, trying to change them. So don't you ever talk about some, you know what I'm saying, are you willing to, you know, trying to be sarcastic and shit, are you willing to die for your people? Let me tell you something, I'm willing to put up video after video after video for my people. Straight up, and I get death threats for that. I'm not gonna make this shit up. That's facts. That's facts. If you don't like what I have to say in any of my videos, you don't have to look at them. If you want change, then guess what? It goes back to what I said in the very beginning of this video. If you want change, if you want to see or hear me talk about something different, if you want me to change the topics, then you got to change yourself. You got to change yourself. And don't tell me that I talk about the same shit, because that's bullshit. You know how many times I've taken you all to host food with me? You know how many times y'all been in my kitchen when I've cooked and I've showed you the vegetarian dishes? You know how many times y'all been to me to the gym? Up on top of the rooftop endowed? So don't tell me I'm talking about the same thing. You know how many skits I've done? Skits, comedy skits. I've been very diverse on my channel. But the videos that get the most views, comments, likes, are the ones about Charlotte, Atlanta, and how fucked up black people are. So why don't you change that? Straight up. Why don't you change that by changing yourself? Force me to talk about something different. By being something different than what black people are right now. Black people stop shooting, I won't have nothing, I won't be talking about black people shooting each other anymore. Black people stop fucking selling drugs, smoking weed, drinking, and all types of shit, I won't be talking about any of that shit. Black people stop moving to cities like Charlotte, Atlanta. Stop playing musical chairs in America and sit your dumb ass down and focus on you wherever you at. Then I won't be talking about cities like Atlanta and Charlotte. And you might say, well, damn, you could at least talk about another city like Houston. I never lived there. Man, that's all man, it seems like, you know, that's all, it's only 2 cities in America. According to him, that's Charlotte and Atlanta. Well, no, it's not. Those are the places I've lived at. You want to talk about New York? I've lived there too. But nobody's interested in New York. Everybody's moving. There's a massive exodus out of New York right now. And as well as Los Angeles. New York City to be exact. As well as Los Angeles. I'm only talking about the things that people want me to talk about. That's real talk. Don't give me that. I'm about to get out of here and go on the Target. Y'all been to Target with me. Y'all been to the gun range with me. I introduced you to 2A. Some of you all. I put you up on game. I brought Pretty Ricky in to assist me, to show you the legal way of owning a firearm. So don't tell me that I've been on the same shit. Don't tell me that I don't provide solutions to the problems that black people go through. Because that's all I've done throughout all my videos. It just so happens that you can't fucking hear. Or you hear what you want to hear. Or that solution is not good enough. And that's crazy to me. Because if you're telling me that the solution that I provide is not good enough, then that means that you're not good enough. Because I'm telling you that the journey, the answer to your question, the solution to your problem is within you. We've already tried the false prophets, like your Dr. Malachi Z. York, Dr. Umar, Polite, and the list goes on. That didn't work. Now it's time for you to take that journey within. You've been practicing negation or negating yourself this whole time. You've walked away from yourself because some of you all truly believe that you're not good enough. Now it's time to take that journey within. Real spill. Until then, you're going to continue to look for an outside solution. A solution outside of self. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And I advise you to not look for me to be the solution. You want to know why? Because I'm going to let you down. That's the reason why I don't look up to people anymore. I don't. Because everyone that I looked up to let me down. So the only person that I look up to is me. I can't let myself down. And if I do, I could pick myself back up. But that's the problem. Some of you all are so infatuated. Y'all are fans. That's short for fanatics when it comes to your celebrities. You truly believe that they can't do nothing wrong and they got all the answers to your problems. Because you continue to believe that money is going to solve the problem. And I can tell you, it's motherfuckers that's blowing their brains out. That's millionaires. It's people that are lonely. That's millionaires. Money ain't never been the solution to people's problems. Financially, it is. It is the financial solution. But outside of that, it's not the solution. If that were the case, then everyone that had money would be good. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. So it's obvious it's something deeper than that. And that's real talk. But of course, man, I ain't listening to that shit. That's the reason why you're in the situation you're in. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people say, man, Langston, man, ever since he took that trip, you know, this past summer, he just, you know, went out into the woods and all the rest of that shit. He came back and went crazy. You can say what you want to say, but think about that. I took the time out to focus on me and came back a better man. And you call that crazy. A person that ain't never taken the time out to do shit for themselves. Besides, you know, the regular shit, and that ain't doing shit for yourself. Going to the movies, going to the club. That's all materialistic shit. Buying a car, buying clothes. I know some of y'all motherfuckers Y'all get all upset, things don't go your way. You're not satisfied with life and you go out there and you spend money to make you feel good. And then you feel worse than what you felt prior to you spending the money. But I done went ape shit. I done went crazy. No, I haven't. Man, I took damn near 2 months off this past summer. Turned off the fucking the cell phone, the laptop. Man, I was with my loved ones. Man, you please. I was talking to my loved ones. They were like, "Yo, man, something has came over you. You going straight for 8 hours. It's crazy when you let shit go. You let society go. And you focus on what is most important, and that's you and your family. It's crazy when you focus on yourself and your family. How things go, how things manifest. And you start to see what's most important in life. And now I pay attention to your comments and I'm like, these motherfuckers is fucking off. They don't realize that they are caught in a spell. They don't realize the shit. And by the way, I know what New Year's Eve. I know what New Year's is. And that is when everything is alive. So we shouldn't even be practicing New Year's when everything is dead, when it's cold. New Year's should be when the spring comes. And who's to say that this is a new year? We don't even realize just how fucked up we are. We're on his time. We're on his time. We're on this non-black man's time. This man, listen to this shit. He calls it daylight savings times, where he can pull the time forward and back. You pull the time back. You can't. Time moves forward. You can't stop it. You can't slow it down. You can't bring it back. We follow the Gregorian calendar. We don't even know what month it is, let alone the day. We're so fucked up till it's ridiculous, but I'm the one that's trying to wake you up. You calling me crazy. That's cool. You telling me that the solution is not within. That's cool. You can do what you want to do. But I tell you what, when London Bridge is falling down, for when everything falls, as the Rastas would say, when Babylon start falling, don't try to abandon ship. Stay on that motherfucker. Sink along with that Titanic that we call America. Because it is going to fall. And either you check yourself now, love yourself, embrace the real you, and be around loved ones, or be forced to later.